Sometimes late at night, I tend to think about life and my place in it. Where I fall in life, like where I am at in life. Sometimes I feel like I'm involved in it, and then there's sometimes I feel like I'm not a part of it. I feel like one of the worst days I can have is when I just feel I exist. And don't get me wrong, existing is a big thing. Existing is a blessing. A lot of people want to exist. A lot of people want the people they love to be there. But when I think of existence, I think of it as deeper than just being there. When I wake up in the morning, if I was to wake up with a blank mind, that's actually, for me, disappointing, because I feel like there should always be something I need to be working towards. There should always be a goal. There should always be a thing, When I just exist, when I just go through the routine of life, wake up, brush my teeth, I don't know, maybe play games, watch YouTube, just doing the regular stuff every average human being would do on a day-to-day basis, just routine. It's very lackluster for me, because life's supposed to be way more bigger for me. I feel like life is way more, bigger than that, When I think of life as constant expansion, it's like a thing where you can never know enough and you can never do enough, but it's like we can change things. We can make an impact. We can do things that are meaningful, To be honest, sometimes when I'm alone, I think what it's like to be with someone, because that's one of my things I like to do. One of the things I had in my life that I would want to do is get married and everything. To be honest, I'm really experiencing a lot in season of singleness, and it's that when it comes to love, it's not really hard to find, I don't think love is hard, but I believe what makes it hard is the conflict of a lot of our own personal beliefs and emotions and feelings about it, A lot of love these days is very idealistic, and I can even say that for myself as well. I believed in a version of love. Everybody has their own version of what they think love is supposed to be, but there is no clear cut definition, But I feel like love is more so best defined when you see it, I feel like the best way to realize what love is when it's there. Because I feel like love is something that cannot be shaken. When I think of love, I think of something that is a foundation, Trust, loyalty, and everything else is built on love first. I feel like love is that foundation, is that pretty much stable ground, as in when I think of love and the deeper, like the deepest meaning of love is something that you cannot shake. 'Cause I could tell you one thing. No matter how much I may find displeasure in things my parents do, no matter how much my brother and sister may annoy me, no matter how much my friends may get on my nerves, and the people I deal with on a day-to-day basis may irritate me, if they were to disappear, if they were to die, if they were to cease to exist, I will feel an emptiness inside, and I will deeply miss them for the rest of my life. And there's not a thing I would want more than for them to be in a good place. If they're not coexisting with me, I at least want them to be safe. I at least want them to be happy. I at least want them to be, wherever they are, at peace. And I really think that's what love is. If you was to have a wife or girlfriend, whatever you call it, and let's say you guys get into fights, you guys get into this, everything you can get into, and there's times where you can't stand them, but you know deep down in your heart, when you're just alone, you love them. You want them to be happy. You're happy that they're here. And if anything was to ever happen to either one of you, you will want to know that you'll be okay. And I feel like it's very misunderstood, because a lot of love, they feel like it has to be possessive. They feel like one has to get jealous. They feel like all this different type of love, like immature love, kind of like mind games, and make them jealous, make them want you, make them do this and that to keep it exciting and lively, and do these tricks and this and that. If you need enhancements for love, I don't believe it's love. If you need all these external things, and you need to do more than what you need to, if you need to pretty much overextend yourself and your own abilities to keep someone, I don't believe it's love. Because love isn't really about keeping. It's about being willing and giving to each other. I don't want to keep my wife. I would like her to just be there and be happy and just grow with me. The only thing I keep is possessions of mine. Like I will keep my watch or whatever, keepsakes or whatever, this and that and the other. But when I hear the word keep, I don't think I would describe it as a relationship thing. I feel like if I'm overextending myself to try to keep something, then that something is not free. It's not willing. It's like keeping a pet on a leash. You want to keep it close to you, because if you let go of that leash, that pet is gone. And my dog would need a leash. My wife wouldn't. But if she does choose to stay or go, it will be completely up to her. But of course, if she goes, I'll accept it. If she stay, I'll be happy. Happier. I really wanted to say happier because I want to put out the message that, this person doesn't create your happiness. Don't be with somebody to be happy. Because I guarantee you that happiness will not stay if it wasn't yours to begin with. If your happiness always lies in someone else or a materialistic thing or anything external besides yourself, that happiness is temporary and it will always disappear at some point in time. People who are genuinely happy usually are content within. They're at peace with themselves. They don't try to seek for what they are in someone else. They're pretty sure of who they are. And sometimes it's hard to really know who you are in a world like this, where people constantly like to label you and tell you who you are and tell you who you should be and criticize you and pretty much turn you every which way. And it's pretty hard to know who you are when there's a lot of people in this world that identify as anything and anything they want to be. But I figure the only way you truly know who you are is if you really take the time to study yourself. Reflect. Just look at yourself. The things you say, how you act, your passions, what you really want, your intentions. Just really look at everything you're about, and you will know who you are as a person. People could call you bad, people could call you good. People call you brave, people could call you scared. But at the end of the day, what do you see? When you're looking in the mirror, who do you see? Because when I look in the mirror, I don't see my friends. I don't see my mom. I don't see my dad. I don't see the people outside. I see myself. And whether people think I'm beautiful, whether people think I'm ugly, at the end of the day, it all comes down to, who do I think I am? Who am I truly? Because you don't want to be who you think you ought to be. You want to be who you know you ought to be. You could think anything. You could want to be a superhero, a chef, whatever you see yourself as. You could think that, but who are you truly? What is truly your purpose? A lot of that takes a lot of deep thought, you know. Know your value. Know that you are valuable. You know that you are valuable. Know that you are special. Know who you are, you know. Make sure you know what love means to you and how important it is for you to keep that love inside of you. And make sure the love you feel is yours. Like I said, if you don't have your own love, then you don't really have it. If your love is just based on how people see you or treat you, then it's not really yours. I love all you whoever is listening to this, and I hope I was able to open your minds a bit. Thank you. Bye.